Hello everyone, my name is Eurofan and today I'm gonna have my review on. And today I wanted to check out this TV shows from BBC called Sherlock. Now, to set a scene here, Sherlock Holmes and the books have a special place in my heart. It always warms my heart and tightens my trousers. It's such a great book series in my opinion. I used to read books when I was little, and then I just left reading books for a while, for like 2 years or something. And then I saw Sherlock Holmes on a local store selling for like $2. It was like a book. It's like, oh, great price, $2. Wow, it comes with a used condom. Amazing. I was like, you know what? I got nothing to lose here. I'll just buy this book. And I was like, hey, since I buy it, and by the way, where I live is pretty far from the stores, at the time at least. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read this book anyway, so might as well start now. I was on a bus ride. It was hot. It was sweaty. There were a lot of people. This is pre-coronavirus, by the way. This was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I started reading the book, and for the life of me, I couldn't let go. The book was amazing. I really liked the book. I forgot its name, but let me tell you this. It was not the short story books. It was like a one long story, and it was blue, if that helps. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the writer of these books, have added something special. It had like this special ingredient, I guess, for books or something, because I just couldn't let go of Sherlock Holmes books. And once I ran out in like a couple of months from all Sherlock Holmes books, I was like, hey, reading isn't that bad. I'm gonna give it a second shot. And I'm reading to this day, thanks to Sherlock Holmes books, thanks to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and his masterpiece called Sherlock Holmes. Now, watching this BBC show, I gotta say, it is wonderful. It is such a good adaptation. Like, Sherlock Holmes, the setting is like 19th century, more 19th to 20th century to be more exact. And this movie takes place in like modern times, if that makes it, like 2008, before the iPhone revolution. And it's wonderful how they implemented. BBC has done very well implementing this movie to the quote-unquote modern times. Benedict Cumberbatch does a wonderful job at being Sherlock Holmes. The other main characters, wait, I'm just gonna pull that up. Andrew Scott, Andrew Scott. Andrew Scott was a perfect, like, he was so over the top that somehow it worked.
In a world of locked rooms, the man with the key is king. And honey, you should see me in a crown.
In the books, Moriarty isn't this over the top, by the way, but he made it work. I wish, like, some things I'm like, the book was better, but Moriarty in this case was way better implemented in the BBC universe saga of Sherlock Holmes. Andrew Scott was a perfect casting for Moriarty. I think the casting of Benedict Cumberbatch for Sherlock Holmes was wonderful as well. They couldn't have picked someone better. Martin Freeman as Watson is a very good cast. The characters were amazing. The story was amazing. There were nods here and there to the books, which I really liked. You know, I have the cast open here and I still can't. Laura Pulver, an amazing cast for the lady role of Sherlock Holmes' quote-unquote love interest. It has nods to the original books, but since it is a modern-day interpretation, the interpretation works wonderfully. They somehow make it work, which is amazing. It's just very, like, for example, the episode with Laura Pulver never happens in the books, at least not in the way that it's described in this BBC Sherlock. It's never in the books, but they've done such a good job one-upping themselves, from the book at least, that it works. One of my favorite episodes is that episode where they're with Laura. I'll put it on screen right now. The episode I'm talking about. It's one of the best episodes that this has to offer, which is pretty hard to grasp because every episode was a masterpiece. There were some slow spots here and there, you know, sometimes they took themselves out of the universe so far and so wide. Like, for example, the main protagonist, like the main bad guy in the books was Moriarty. But here it's not Moriarty, it's, spoiler, skip ahead to this time frame I'm showing on the screen right now. It was Sherlock Holmes' sister, which, the episode was also amazing. You could kind of see the twist coming, but not really in the same time. But all in all, it was a wonderful show. It really does capture the spirit of Sherlock Holmes in the modern day era. Here, IMDb gave it a 9.1, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 78%, which is not fair, I think. TV.com gave it an 8.9 apparently. I'm giving this, on a scale of 1 to 30, I'm giving this bad boy a 28. A fat 28. If some of the episodes weren't so off the wall, it would have been a 29 or a 29 and a half. But otherwise, it was fantastically implemented from start to finish. I couldn't recommend this series enough, especially if you like Sherlock Holmes. If you don't, you should watch it anyway, because everyone knows Sherlock Holmes. You probably heard it somewhere, someone talked about it in their wet dreams, how good this show is, how good Benedict Cumberbatch is on this role. The books are amazing, at least for me, and I've recently read them again because I was so bored, and they still hold up. These books were written when were these books written? Actually, let me pull this up. 1887, and they still hold up. Sherlock Holmes basically is a timeless classic, and this interpretation of Sherlock done by BBC is one of the best interpretations I've ever seen. I'd go as far as to say it's better than the Harry Potter series, and not in the case of Harry Potter is worse than Sherlock, in the case that Sherlock, the TV series, was implemented better than Harry Potter because both of them come from books, but I'd say Sherlock sticks better, is done a better job of implementing these elements from book to movie than Harry Potter did. I'm not saying Harry Potter bad, Sherlock Holmes good, no. I think you get what I'm saying. Sherlock Holmes was a book series translated to a TV series, and it was done better, in my opinion, than Harry Potter book series implemented to Harry Potter movies. All in all, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching. I hope I see you in my next video. I hope I see you in every one of my videos. That's it really. Bye.